Hey, so y'all wouldn't believe me if I just said it, so I want y'all to hear her words, and then we gonna break it down, because this is crazy to me, bro.
I guess I'm thinking of it, of the fact that remedial action, absent discriminatory intent, is really not a new idea in the civil rights laws. And my kind of paradigmatic example of this is something like the ADA. Congress passed the Americans with Disabilities Act against the backdrop of a world that was generally not accessible to people with disabilities. And so it was discriminatory in effect because these folks were not able to access these buildings. And it didn't matter whether the person who built the building or the person who owned the building intended for them to be exclusionary. That's irrelevant. Congress said the facilities have to be made equally open to people with disabilities if readily possible. I guess I don't understand why that's not what's happening here. The idea in Section 2 is that we are responding to current day manifestations of past and present decisions that disadvantage minorities and make it so that they don't have equal access to the voting system, right? They're disabled. In fact, we use the word disable in Milligan. We say that's a way in which you see that these processes are not equally open.
So here we have Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first Black woman to be a Supreme Court justice. All right, so you know it's already hands off by default on her in Black media. But what they are saying, and matter of fact, I just heard it on the Breakfast Club the other day, they are framing this whole case that's going on in Louisiana as if voting rights for Black people are about to be terminated, which ain't nowhere near the truth. What they're actually talking about is a particular section that has to do with the mapping for the districts that happens, I think, every 10 years. All right. But check this out. So she say we disabled. Black people are disabled when it comes to voting. So I want to know, in America right now, where can a Black person go and be denied the right to vote because of their skin color? Like, this really getting ridiculous. So we're not going to talk about the fact that right now, even with the right to vote, the voter turnout amongst Black registered voters is very low, especially in Louisiana. But not just to single them out. This is in every state, right? So whole time though, we let these folks disrespect us and play with us, but just because they Black, we supposed to keep them in office?